Hey, it's Vana, and welcome back to Dark Souls. Ladies and gentlemen, in the last episode, we completed Anor Londo pretty much. I mean, there's still one little thing that we have to do left, We need to go up there and talk to a very special someone, as I mentioned in the last episode. We actually just took down Executioner Smog and Dragon Slayer Ornstein, which, as I've mentioned, is probably the most difficult fight in this game. I mean, honestly, if you have a Phantom, it's not difficult at all, but that's pretty much the same for every boss. But the thing that was bad about these two was that there, in fact, was two of them, and that makes things a lot more challenging. So here we have a statue of... Oh, I believe it's the same statue that we saw in that one room, and I thought it was a certain someone, but it's actually Lord Gwyn, the king that we've heard so much about. And there's actually not a statue over here, which is interesting. There's one over here of a mysterious lady, very well-endowed lady. And, yeah, there should be someone over here, but I guess they're gone. Alright, so there's nothing else in this room except for two elevators. So let's go ahead and jump on one. We are human, and we are ready to rumble. We just need to get the Quelaag's Fury Sword, then we'll be in a pretty good spot. And I will also try and, get a fast roll set. I'm sure we definitely have some sort of combination where we can make that happen. And I'll do that after we get Quelaag's Fury Sword. Here we have the Knight Lautrec set. Helm of Favor, Embraced Armor of Favor, Gauntlets of Favor, Leggings of Favor. Fully golden set. I don't think that that set is really good in terms of values, because I haven't really seen anyone ever wear it. And it's decent looking enough, and so you know when a set is decent looking enough, yet no one wears it, that it probably has pretty crappy stats. I may be wrong, I don't really know, but that's just what I'm assuming. Okay, so we also have a bonfire here. Let's activate that and use it. We'll hold off on leveling up for now, just because we might need those souls for some upgrades. Let's also put a certain something in this slot. Oh, we actually might not have it, though, I just realized. Yeah, I don't think we picked it up. I was gonna put some binoculars there, and you'll see why in a second here. But nevertheless, let's open these double doors. And behind them is gonna be a very, very large lady with, a very large, yeah.
And overcome much, chosen undead. Come hither, child.
So I'm not going to say anything about this because the joke has been said a billion, cajillion, million times. In fact, this message right here is probably going to be something. Gorgeous view, yeah. A lot of the times it will say epic chest ahead or something along those lines. Anyways.
Oh, chosen undead, I am Guinevere, daughter of Lord Gwyn and Queen of Sunlight. Since the day Father his wounded obscureth, I have awaited thee. I bequeath the Lordvessel to thee.
By the power of the Lordvessel, you may now warp between bonfires. Achievement unlocked, Lordvessel. So I mentioned earlier on that there's no way to fast travel. That was a lie. You can actually fast travel in this game between certain bonfires, not every bonfire, but once you receive the Lordvessel at this moment, you can travel between distinct bonfires, but not, like I said, not everyone.
And beseech thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the fire of our world. Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight, and avert further undead sacrifices.
You know what I just realized? I think I've mentioned already that, like, the normal people in this game are very large. They're, like, that big. But what's interesting is, she is Lord Gwyn's daughter, but Lord Gwyn is our size. So I don't know what's going on there. Something interesting about... Actually, I'll hold off on telling you guys about that till after we're done with Guinevere here.
O chosen undead, thou hast journeyed far.
So we can talk with her.
Since the day Father his wounded obscureth, I have awaited thee, once living, now undead, and a fitting heir to Father Gwyn thou art. O chosen undead, and beseech thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the fire of our world, a grave and arduous test of mental, yea, it shall be. Indeed, we had felt the warmth of fire, its radiance and the life it sustaineth. Without fire, all shall be a frigid and frightful dark. Please, Father's role thou shouldst heal, and inheriteth the fire of our world. Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight, and avert further undead sacrifices. Kingseeker Frampt, the primordial serpent, shall guide thee. Please.
Okay, so on a very basic level, what's happening here is she wants us to find her father. I don't think she's telling us to, but I believe she wants us to kill him, inherit his power over fire or something like that. Not literally, it's just like, I don't know, he's the fire keeper and we need to be the fire keeper, the overall fire keeper or something like that. Or else the whole world will be enveloped in dark, basically is what's going on. We can also enter a covenant. Covenant, Princess's Guard, join covenant, abandons former covenant. Yeah, why not? I know this one has something to do with miracles. Ring of the Sun Princess, covenant established.
Now I, Guinevere, shall serve it as thine guardian. If thou so needest, I shall devote all to thine safety. May thou be one with the sunlight forevermore. Please.
Okay, I think we are done. I forget exactly what this covenant does. I think it has something to do with cooperation, like co-op, but I forget what. I know it's not really a substantial. I know it's not really a substantial covenant.
Thou shalt go forth, chosen undead. May thou be one with the sunlight forevermore.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else to do. I mean, there is something to do in Anor Londo, but I don't think there's anything else in this room. There's no chest or anything. Well, there's definitely a chest, but you guys know what I mean. These doors do not open. How would she even, if these are doors, how would she even fit through them? I have no clue. Let's go ahead and press X here. Get our Estus flasks out. Okay, what I was going to say was, now this gets interesting. You can actually kill her. I think she has like 1 health or something, so you can fire an arrow at her and it'll kill her instantly. She'll disappear, and the entirety of Anor Londo, instead of being very bright and sunny, will turn to like darkness, like Twilight Anor Londo or something, and that has some implications with what we're going to do now. We're not going to do that because, from what I understand, there's a lot of negatives as opposed to positives. So we got Ring of the Sun Princess. Let's see what that does. Boosts Miracle Synergy. Not sure. Doesn't really apply to us anyways. Okay, so now when we rest at the bonfire, we can actually warp. And Dark Moon Tomb is where we want to go to now. And that's going to take us to where... Oh, I just realized we never got that ring, though. Yeah, we need a ring to activate this place, and I'm forgetting how to get that ring, so let me look that up real quick. Okay, right, so we don't get the Dark Moon Seance ring until we go to the Catacombs, which is what we need to open this. There's also another way to open this. If you kill Guinevere, it will already be open. However, well, I don't want to spoil it, but basically your hands will be tied in a certain aspect. So we can't do anything else in Anor Londo. I'm just double checking in my mind to make sure. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we can do. So what we want to do now is head to the Undead Parish bonfire, upgrade that Chattel to +10, which I just realized we're going to need some freaking Titanite to do so, and we probably should have bought them from the giant blacksmith, but we'll come here first, just to see, I guess, what we need. So yeah, good old Andre of Astoria.
Show me that ember of yours. Well, I've never heard of a black ember. How about leaving that ember with me? I find it strangely fascinating.
I think that's supposed to show like it's having a Lord of the Rings, the One Ring effect on this guy. Give Dark Ember? Yeah, we found that in the Painted World.
Well, thank you. This ember really is something special. I'm already under its spell. I sense great potential indeed.
Okay. Let's modify... yeah, see, we're going to need one large Titanite shard to turn it into a +6. So basically, we just came here for nothing because this guy does not sell large Titanite shards. Back to the giant blacksmith. Okay, I bought 10, which was not very efficient because I'm not sure how much we need, and I feel like that's a little bit more than we need. But anyways,
Well, neat.
let's go ahead and modify equipment. Should tell +6. Okay, so it's ascended now. You should still be able to upgrade this here, though. So, yeah. Looks like we got a bit more than we needed. Maybe. Okay, yeah, we bought one more than we needed, so not bad. Should tell +10. And now, basically, all we need to do is
Neither of us.
go back to the giant blacksmith. And he should be able to turn that into a Quelaag Fury Sword. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and modify. No, we don't want to... There we go. Quelaag's Fury Sword. You can see the damage is particularly worse, although it does have 170 fire damage. Required souls, 5,000, and the soul of Quelaag. Yes. Okay. Now, let's see if we can also upgrade that. I'm sure we have to be able to. Quelaag's Fury Sword, what do we need? Demon Titanite, that's right. We haven't really used Demon Titanite for anything else. Oh, I guess in Dark Souls 2, demon weapons must be used, or must be upgraded with Demon Titanite, whereas in Dark Souls 1, Demon Titanite upgrades boss weapons, because, yeah, that must be what it is. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Either way, let's go ahead and start upgrading this thing, this bad boy. I'm not sure if there's a really good way to upgrade this, like in terms of enchantment, if we should make it a Fire Quelaag Fury Sword or something. But we'll just do this for now, and then we'll hopefully stockpile some more Demon Titanite. But, yeah, anyways, another beneficial thing for switching this out is because this Demon Great Machete is 18 in terms of weight, whereas this one is 3.5, which is going to give us a lot of leeway for getting a fast roll. But that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. It looks really, really, really awesome. And when we attack with it, it sets on fire. Isn't that awesome? Now, one interesting thing about this is that it scales with humanity. So I'm going to see if we can do a certain glitch. And usually I don't like using exploits and or glitches. But I didn't even know this one existed. My friend that was playing this game, the one that actually got kicked out, told me about this. And it's so weird because I looked up so many things about Dark Souls and researched it so much that I cannot believe I never came across this. But let's see if I remember how this works. Okay, what you want to do is you want to get a big weapon like the Demon Great Machete, and like you're supposed to attack with it and then press X immediately and then press start, I believe. So let's do this. I'm not sure if that works. See, the thing is, he was on Xbox 360 and we're on Steam here, so I'm not sure if it works on this version or not, but let's try one more time. So I think you're supposed to like press RB, then X, then start. But it's not giving me the option, or maybe you're supposed to use this. You're supposed to go down to what we have, the Firekeeper Soul, use item, and I have a feeling this is just going to use this. Yeah, it did. So that was a very bad use of a Firekeeper Soul, and that's going to actually... I should have used it on something else. I don't know why in the world I thought it was a good idea to use it on that first. So one of two things is happening. Either the exploit doesn't work for the Steam version, or I did it wrong. But I think it just doesn't work for the Steam version. Basically what happens is you can use usable items like that indefinitely, and it still keeps it in your inventory. And the Firekeeper Soul gives you 5 humanity. So we could have used that to constantly get 5 humanity until we reach the cap, also increasing the amount of damage this weapon does, because it does scale with humanity. At least that's what my friend said. I've never really used this weapon, but anyways, it's got a great moveset. It's very fast and it's very cool as well. So one-handed RB, which is the light attack, basically. One-handed RT, which is the strong attack. Let's not hit the wall though. Two-handed RB, two-handed RT. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff with running and jumping. Let's actually switch this shield to the Grass Crest shield. Where are you? Grass Crest shield. Grass Crest shield. There we are. And we should have a... well, we definitely have a medium roll, but yeah, okay, we've actually got a fast roll now. Let's try this out on this guy. So yeah, that feels awesome. I'm actually extremely happy now. This is going to make this Let's Play probably a lot easier because I'm used to being very, very fast. Even though I use the Great Scythe. But yeah, this thing is super, super quick, and it also, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, stuns them so they can't actually attack. Let's try the other stuff. So running RB. Okay, and I know there's one really cool one. I think it's the jumping attack. Running RT. That's the same. Okay, how about a roll RB? Oh, that's cool. We do like a spinning whirlwind. Roll RT, I don't think it matters, but let's try it anyways. Alright, so the jumping attack is definitely the cool one. Let me see if I can do it. Yeah, there we go. I don't think that's really useful, but it's definitely flashy, literally, because our sword is on fire. Alright, well, let's go ahead and use the homeward bone. And off camera, I'm going to see if that exploit works or not. Again, I don't like using exploits or glitches ever, pretty much, but I just want to do it for this game, just to increase our weapon to the maximum amount of damage so we stand a chance in PvE, or PvP, and also so that we can get 30 humanity to save Solaire, because I don't want to grind for that shit when I don't have to. Okay, but for now, let's warp back to Firelink Shrine. I'm forgetting if, because we get the Lordvessel, we can actually revive the bonfire. I don't think that's how it works. Yeah, you can see it's still out. So yeah, I guess we'll just roll around with the Grass Crest shield and the Quelaag's Fury Sword. Look how fast it is. Can't wait to use this thing. I really want to max it out though, so might have to look where to find large sums of Demon Titanite. Apparently, we could have dropped down in Sense Fortress to where those Demon Titanite guys are, and killed them. Still dead. Alright, I could have swore, though, there was a way to revive the bonfire. Huh. I don't know. Either way, before we end this episode, let's go ahead and head right in the middle here to the giant primordial serpent, Kingseeker Frampt.
Heavens, you have done it. You have retrieved the Lordvessel. After 1,000 years, it is you. It is really you.
Yeah, what you said. Mm-hmm.
Forgive me. I really should calm down.
Yeah,
now,
I think so.
Let us take that vessel on a journey. I assume that you are ready. Now, be still.
And unfortunately, our time in Let's Play Dark Souls comes to an end. Game over, ladies and gentlemen. Just kidding, that's just his preferred method of travel, which is kind of odd. These things are so incredibly, horrendously creepy. Like, could you imagine waking up in the middle of the night with one of those things hovering over you? My god, I think you would have PTSD for the rest of your life.
This is the Firelink Chamber for the successor of Lord Gwyn. Now, place the Lordvessel on the altar.
Alright. But I want to do it stylishly, so let's back up to it like this. Yeah. By the way, we were carrying that in our pockets the entire time. Just if that wasn't clear. Hey, we've been there before. Only 3, huh? But there's 4 Lord Souls. Interesting. So 4 golden, or 3, I guess, which is weird. 3 golden doors have disappeared. 1 in Anor Londo, we've actually been to that one. 1 in the Catacombs, which we have not been to. And 1 in the Demon Ruins, which we have been to, but we didn't really go through it that much. Alright. Is there anything else that Kingseeker Frampt has to say?
Very well. As Kingseeker, I shall now instruct you, the Lord's successor, in your next task. To achieve your fate, fill the vessel with powerful souls, commensurate to the great soul of Gwyn. Scarce few possess such brilliant souls. Grave Lord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, the 4 kings of New Londo, who inherited the shards of Gwyn's soul, and Lord Gwyn's former confidant, Seath, the Scaleless. All of their souls are required to satiate the Lordvessel. Are you ready? Then we shall return. Stay still for a moment.
Hey, dude, I'm not really cool with this. No, I can just warp. Oh, why would he allow him to do that? He literally, you can just use the Lordvessel to warp anywhere we need to go. Oh, God. What if I just happen to fall down your digestive tract? I mean, I guess you're only pretty much that head, though, aren't you? Interesting. We are a little bit over time. I guess we'll end the episode here. The next we'll exhaust Kingseeker Frampt's dialogue. So we have our new goal set upon us. We need to achieve, or retrieve, sorry, 4 Lord Souls. 1 from Grave Lord Nito in the Catacombs. 1 from Seath the Scaleless in the Duke's Archives, or Archive. It's Archives, right? I've always pronounced it Archives. Archives. 1 from the 4 kings in New Londo, and 1 from, not Anor Londo, New Londo, and 1 from the Chaos Witch, Izalith, in the Demon Ruins. And we'll start that in the next episode. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you guys there. Bye-bye.
Thank you.